Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Ram
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Rama,
Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Ram Hare Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
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 Hare 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 Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram Ram Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Ram 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 Hare
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
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 Ram
Ram,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
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 Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hari
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hari
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
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 Hare,
Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram Hare
Ram
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 Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram
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 Ram.
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
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 Hare
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Rama,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Ram
Hare Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare.
Ram Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna.
Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare. Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Ram Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare. Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Hare
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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Ram,
Ram
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram, 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 Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
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 Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram, Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Ram, 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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Krishna Hari Hari
Hare
Nam
Krishna,
Nam 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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare, Hare
Nam
Ram, Hare Ram,
Nam
Ram,
Nam
Ram,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Nam Nam
Hare Ram,
Nam
Hare
Nam
Ram,
Hari
Ram, Ram,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hari
Hare Ram,
Hari
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Hare Krishna,
Nam
Hare
Nam
Krishna,
Nam
Krishna
Nam
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare, Hare
Nam
Krishna, Hare
Nam Nam
Krishna,
Nam
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hari
Hare Ram,
Hari
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Nam
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Nam
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hari
Ram,
Hari Hare Ram Hare Ram Nam Nam Hari Hari Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram Nam
Ram,
Nam
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hari
Ram,
Hari Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Nam
Hare,
Nam Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Nam
Hare,
Nam
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Nam
Ram,
Nam
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hari Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hari Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Ram Hare Ram Nam Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hari Hari Ram Hare Ram Nam Hari Hari Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Nam
Krishna
Nam Hari
Krishna, Hare
Hari
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Nam
Krishna,
Nam Hari
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hari
Ram,
Hari Hare Ram Hare Ram Nam Nam Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Nam Nam Hari
Krishna, Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Nam
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
Ram,
Nam
Ram,
Nam
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Nam
Ram,
Hari
Ram, Ram,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
Ram,
Nam
Ram,
Nam
Ram,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Nam Nam
Ram,
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Ram Hare Ram Nam Nam Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Ram Hare Ram Nam Nam Hari Hari Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Ram, Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Nam
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Nam
Krishna,
Hari Hari Krishna
Hare
Krishna 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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Nam
Hare
Nam
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Nam
Ram,
Nam
Ram,
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Nam
Hare,
Nam
Hare
Hari
Ram, Hare
Hari
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Nam
Hare,
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hari Hari
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Nam
Krishna,
Nam
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Ram Hare Ram Nam Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Nam Nam
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari Hari
Krishna,
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari
Ram, Hare
Hari
Ram, Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Nam
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Nam Nam
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hari
Hare Ram,
Hari
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Nam
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hari Hari
Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Nam
Hare,
Nam
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hari
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Hari Hari Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hari Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hari Hari
Hare
Ram 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 Krishna 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 Hari Hari Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare.
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna.
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Ram,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hari
Ram, Ram
Hari
Ram, Hare
Hari
Hare, Hare
Hari
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Hare, Hare
Hari
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Krishna,
Hari
Krishna Krishna,
Hari
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hari
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hari
Ram Ram,
Hari
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hari
Hare Ram,
Hari
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hari Hare Ram Hari Ram Ram Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Hari
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hari
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hari
Ram, Ram
Hari
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hari
Ram, Ram
Hari
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Ram Hari Ram
Hare
Hari
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Hari
Ram Ram,
Hari
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare Ram,
Hari
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hari
Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hari
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hari
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hari
Ram,
Ram Ram Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hari
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hari Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hari
Hare Hare,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram Hari
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hari Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Hari
Hare Hare, Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Hari
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hari Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hari
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hari Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hari
Hare Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hari
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Hare,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hari
Ram
Hari
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Ram 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 Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hari
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hari Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hari
Ram
Hari
Ram, Ram Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hari
Ram
Hari
Ram,
Ram 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 Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Ram 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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hari
Hare Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hari
Ram,
Hari
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hari Hari Ram 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 Hari Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hari
Ram, Hare
Hari
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hari
Ram
Hari
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Ram.
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Ram
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Hare
Ram Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare. Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Ram
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 Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Jai
Hare
Shri
Ram
Krishna
Ram
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 Chaitanya
Ram
Hare
Ram
Prabhu
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Nityananda,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Shri
Ram Ram
Advaita
Ram Hare
Gadadhara
Hare
Sivasadi
Krishna Krishna
Goswami,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare Ram Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Nam nam
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Nam Nam Nam
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Nam
Ram,
Nam
Hare
Nam
Ram,
Nam Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Nam
Hare
Nam
Krishna,
Hare Nam
Krishna
Nam
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Nam
Hare
Nam
Hare
Nam
Krishna,
Krishna,
Nam
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram,
Nam
Hare
Nam
Ram,
Nam
Ram
Nam
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Nam
Hare
Nam
Hare,
Nam Nam
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Nam
Hare
Nam
Krishna,
Nam Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Nam
Krishna,
Nam 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Nam Nam
Krishna,
Nam
Hare
Nam Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Nam 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 Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Ram, 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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Jai
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Jai
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Prabhu
Ram, 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 Hare
Shri
Hare,
Advaita Radhe
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram,
Ram
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram,
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 Ram
Ram, Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Ram,
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
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 Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram Ram Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
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 Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Ram Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna
Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Ram Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
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 Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
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 Ram,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
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 Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
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 Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
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 Hare
Ram,
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 Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama Rama Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama
Hare Ram,
Rama
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
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 Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Ram 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare.
Ram Ram
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare
जय श्री
Hare
कृष्ण
Hare Ram
चैतन्य
Hare
प्रभु
Ram Ram Ram
नित्यानंद,
Hare Hare
श्री
Krishna
अद्वैत
Krishna
गदाधर
Krishna Krishna
श्री
Hare
वासादि
Hare
गौर
Hare Ram Hare Ram
भक्तवृंद।
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
हरे
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
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 Hare Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare, Ram, Ram, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, 7 o'clock. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So today we'll read a little bit different. We read Bhagavatam, we'll read one verse and then we'll read Govardhan Leela, about Govardhan Leela, because I have to give a class on Govardhan Puja. So we'll read one verse from the Bhagavatam, then we'll read Govardhan Leela. So Vitrasura's glorious death.
You're not sharing a screen, Prabhu.
Oh yeah. We'll read till a purport comes and then we'll read Govardhan Puja. Okay. So Vritrasur was injured. His one hand was cut off. With his other hand, he took his iron club and threw it with his left hand. So his right hand was cut off. So with his left hand, and then with his thunderbolt named Shataparvan, Indra simultaneously cut to pieces Vritrasur's club and his remaining hand. So now he has no hands. Then Vritrasur, bleeding profusely, his two arms cut off at the roots, looked very beautiful. So he was a demon, very fierce looking, but somehow he was looking good also. Looked very beautiful, like a flying mountain whose wings have been cut to pieces by Indra. It appears from this statement of this verse that sometimes there are flying mountains and that their wings are cut by the thunderbolt of Indra. Vritrasur's huge body resembled such a mountain. So that's one reason Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill, because Indra used to cut off the wings of the mountains. So to destroy his pride also, because the mountains were moving everywhere and they were creating a lot of disturbance. So he cut off the wings. We say like that. Of course, we have never seen a mountain with wings, but they don't have wings because they were cut off by Indra. So Krishna used the king of mountains, Giriraj, to destroy the pride of Indra. Okay, so the next verse is all fighting going on. Vritrasur was very powerful in physical strength and influence. He placed his lower jaw on the ground and his upper jaw in the sky. So he opened his mouth very wide. His mouth became very deep, like the sky itself, and his tongue resembled a large serpent, like a ghasur. With his fearful, death like teeth, he seemed to be trying to devour the entire universe. Thus, assuming a gigantic body, the great demon Vritrasur shook even the mountains and began crushing the surface of the earth with his legs, as if he were the Himalayas walking about. He came before Indra and swallowed him and Airavat, his carrier, just as a big python might swallow an elephant. He was so huge that he sucked Indra into his belly, and with his elephant also went inside. You can imagine how huge he was. When the demigods, along with Brahma, other Prajapatis, and other great saintly persons, saw that Indra had been swallowed by the demon, they became very morose. Alas, they lamented, what a calamity, what a calamity. They thought Indra is going to die now. He's been swallowed. The protective armor of Narayan, which Indra possessed, was identical with Narayan himself. So Narayan Kavach, something. The Supreme Personality of God, protected by that armor and by his own mystic power. King Indra, although swallowed by Vritrasur, did not die within the demon's belly. So he did not die. He went inside Vritrasur, but he did not die because he was protected by Narayan Kavach. With his thunderbolt, King Indra, who was extremely powerful, pierced through Vritrasur's abdomen. So he made a hole. He went into his belly, and with his thunderbolt, he cut open the stomach of Vritrasur and he came out. Indra, the killer of demon Bala, then immediately cut off Vritrasur's head, which was as high as the peak of a mountain. So after coming out, he killed Vritrasur by chopping his head off. Although the thunderbolt revolved around Vritrasur's neck with great speed, separating his head from his body took one complete year, because his neck was so thick. It took 1 year for the thunderbolt to sever his head from the body. 360 days, the time in which the sun, moon, and other luminaries complete a northern and southern journey. Then, at the suitable time for Vritrasur to be killed, his head fell to the ground. So, like, you have a saw and you cut the wood, so you have to keep cutting. If it's thick wood, so like that, the thunderbolt was working on it, and then finally, okay, so these are all. When Vritrasur was killed, the Gandharvas and Siddhas in the heavenly planets beat kettle drums in jubilation. So they're beating with Vedic hymns, so they were celebrating. With Vedic hymns, they celebrated the prowess of Indra, the killer of Vritrasur, praising Indra and showering flowers upon him with great pleasure. Okay, they were saying, "Wow, wow, Indra, what did you do? Such a nice." O King Parikshit, and this is the last. Anyway, this is the last verse of the chapter. Vritrarasya dehan nishkrantam atmajyotir arindama pashyatam sarva devanam alokam sampadyata. O King Parikshit, subduer of the enemies, the living spark then came forth from Vritrasur's body and then returned home back to Godhead. While all the demigods looked on, he entered the transcendental world to become an associate of Lord Sankarshan. Chitraketu Maharaj was a devotee of Lord Sankarshan, Balram. So he went. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that Indra, not Vritrasur, was actually killed. Indra was killed. They are not saying Vritrasur. He says that when Vritrasur swallowed King Indra in his carrier, the elephant, he thought, now I have killed Indra, and therefore there is no more need of fighting. So Vritrasur thought Indra is dead. Now let me return home back to Godhead. Thus he stopped all his bodily activities and became situated in trance. So he died before only, while he thought, I have defeated Indra, now I can give up my body. Before Indra came out, taking advantage of the silence of Vritrasur's body, Indra pierced the demon's abdomen, and because of Vritrasur's trance, Indra was able to come out. So at that time, Vritrasur was in trance, giving up his body. Now, Vritrasur was in yoga samadhi, and therefore, although King Indra wanted to cut his throat, the demon's neck was so stiff that Indra's thunderbolt. So he did not die. When he swallowed Indra, he went into a trance in yoga samadhi, and he became inert. And then Indra thought, "Oh, Vritrasur is not moving," so he cut open his abdomen and came out. At that time, Vritrasur was in yoga samadhi, and therefore, although King Indra wanted to cut his throat, the demon's neck was so stiff that Indra's thunderbolt took 360 days to cut it to pieces. Actually, it was the body left by Vritrasur. So at some point, he left. That was cut to pieces by Indra. So already he had given up his body before his head was chopped off. Vritrasur himself was not killed. In his original consciousness, Vritrasur returned home back to Godhead to become an associate of Lord Sankarshan. Here the word alokam means the transcendental world, Vaikuntha world, loka, where Sankarshan eternally resides. So he went back to Vaikuntha. Okay. So now Indra is going to get sin for killing. Okay. Previously he got sin for killing Vishwarup, right? So he distributed the sins. He suffered for 1 year and then he distributed one fourth, one fourth, one fourth to four. Now he's getting another sin for killing Vritrasur. They said Vritrasur was a Brahmana. Right? So, yeah. Okay, so we'll read that. So now we will read some section from Govardhan Leela, maybe from Srimad Bhagavatam or Anand Vrindavan Champu. We can read from Anand Vrindavan Champu. Let's see. Where is the book? The book I have, I think, in the Kindle. Opening my Kindle. We can read some from Bhagavatam and learn some from Anand. So Giriraj is a mountain, but he is actually what? He's Krishna or Krishna's devotee. What is
He's both.
he? He's both.
Mm. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is both.
Prabhu, I have something for the Bhattasur, some question.
Go ahead.
So, two things, Prabhu. One thing is like Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj was son of demon, but he did not have any demonic quality, right? So, why Bhattasur is a devotee with consciousness, but his activity was demonic? Why didn't he leave that demonic activity?
I think he had a
And
task to accomplish. He had to fight with Indra. He knew he was going to die. Like Bhishma Dev.
right,
Bhishma Dev was also a devotee, but he was. Why then he's siding with Duryodhana? You could say so.
Mm.
Something like that.
Even Bali Maharaj is fighting with demigods. He also attacks. He's a great devotee. He's a Mahajan.
right.
So
His activity was okay. That is also right. But another point then, why the Indra got the sin actually? See, the Britta, I mean, it doesn't mean that devotee is doing demonic activity, then he need to be killed, right?
Correct. It's like Krishna killed the bull demon or Ishtasur, but then we say, oh, he got sin. Radharani said, you are sinful. But it was demon, right? So you are saying that Vritrasur
Like he
was.
was creating havoc in entire universe with Tasu, right? So big and
Yeah, logically, I don't understand. It's same like, in Damodar Leela, we say the milk is a devotee, and then Yashoda is going to save the devotee in distress. But then why Krishna becomes angry? Krishna becomes angry. Well, he says, those who are devotees of my devotees, those who are serving my devotees, they are my devotees. Then why Krishna becomes angry? For some things I don't understand. So if maybe in the next chapter we'll see when all the demigods requested that he refused because Vritrasur was a Brahmana.
I think he was repentant in his heart. He was thinking that, oh, I've killed a Brahmana. So he's performing great sacrifice. He's not getting reaction, but he's becoming repentant. I have done a wrong thing by killing a devotee.
But he had to be killed, right? So that's what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but Indra, so many things he did wrong. First of all, he disrespected his spiritual master, then he killed Vishwarup. And now, with all these things, killing a devotee, that's where he's becoming repentant. He was a great devotee.
But then Vishnu only, he's following the orders of Vishnu also. Because Vishnu is saying that, yeah, if you want your.
yeah, he's following Vishnu order, and also devotee doesn't mean that he got a free ticket to do anything, right? So
No, no.
Vritrasur is creating,
Uh,
yeah.
Free
devotee
ticket, whom are you talking about?
Vritrasur. I'm talking about Vritrasur. Like Vritrasur is a devotee, but he's his
fighting against them.
activities are demonic, right? So
He's
Yeah.
born as a demon.
right,
So, yeah, that we don't understand. Even
right.
Prahlad Maharaj, Bali Maharaj being born in a demon family, they are working on the side of demons, and demons always attacking demigods. We have several, sections where Bali Maharaj is attacking Indra. How can we understand that? He's a great devotee also.
That is true. Yeah, and even actually, when Bali Maharaj going for fight, he take blessing from Prahlad Maharaj.
Yeah.
That is also there.
But Mataji, Britasur in Indradyumna Maharaj, so he was cursed, right? So
Chitraketu.
because of that curse, he is acting like a demon. So for that, he is doing that
No,
because of
but
the curse.
his consciousness is a devotee consciousness. No, so many verses
Not
that he was
right,
speaking to Indra. So
right.
he remembers that
Mm.
I want to go back home, back to Godhead. You will rot in the material world. I want to become a servant of devotees. If he has this devotee consciousness, why is he behaving like a demon and trying to attack Indra?
It's only because I feel it is because of the curse, Mataji. Inside, he is internally he's a devotee, but because he was cursed, that was why he had to enact in that Davidic character. That is, I feel.
Yeah, but the curse was to be born as a demon, so I can be born in a demonic family but behave very saintly, right? The curse was to get a demon body, but it's his choice whether he wants to behave like a demon or a devotee.
But maybe
No,
Krishna
his
is
question.
expediting his return back to Godhead by getting killed. So he's behaving like a demon, so he can be killed. I don't know.
Well, then why is he attacking Indra? He can just be standing there, Indra can kill him, fine. Yeah, I think we can ask uh, from some devotee, like Maharaj.
Yeah, sometimes the stories are a little bit roundabout. So logically, if we apply all this logic, then it doesn't work. But maybe there is some reason which we don't know. It's also possible. Yeah. Okay, so we'll read Anand Vrindavan Champu. This is about lifting Govardhan Hill Spring Festival. I think it's this one only. Spring Festival of Holi. Okay. Looking like the full moon surrounded by a galaxy of stars, Krishna, the playful son of Raj Nanda, enjoyed blissful pastimes with his intimate associates. So Krishna was always playing with his friends. He was shining in the divine realm of Gokule Brajamanam. These joyous pastimes perfectly befit the enchanting atmosphere of Vrindavan. We say Krishna is Yamuna Tiravanchari. He has nothing to do. He just roams on the banks of Yamuna in the forests with his cows and cowherd friends. And in the daytime, Krishna tended the cows and sported with his boyfriends. Mother Earth felt honored by the touch of Krishna's lotus feet. The cowherd boys felt inconceivable bliss within their minds as they frolicked with Krishna. During their fun filled days, Krishna often killed some envious demon who acted like poison to saintly persons. One day, Nanda Maharaj, the abode of kindness, simplicity, and joy, another senior man of Vrindavan, made preparations to worship the demigod Indra. So Nanda Maharaj's position is very glorious. There is one devotee, what is his name? Raghupati Upadhyay, he says. What is that verse?
I I worship Nanda Baba, whose courtyard Krishna is playing.
Yeah. Yasyalinde, what is some verse
Yeah,
is there?
truth. Yeah, I have that. I can paste it in the chat. Oops. Mm, yeah.
Shrutim apare, Shrutim apare, Smritim mitare. So let the Shrutis and Smritim they praise. This we'll see the translation word by word also. It's in Chaitanya Charitamrita. This verse is there.
This is in Padyavali I have written.
It's quoted in Chaitanya
Oh, okay.
Charitamrita.
Mhm.
Shrutim apare. Shrutim means Vedic literature. Those who are afraid of material existence worship the Vedic literature. Some worship Smriti, the corollaries to Vedic literature, and others worship the Mahabharata. So Shrutim apare, Smritim mitare. So, some worship the Vedic literature or take shelter of Vedic literature. Some others take of Smriti or Bharatamanye bhajantu bhavabhitaha. Bhajantu means they worship because they are afraid of material bhava is material existence. They are afraid of material existence, so they worship the Vedas or the Smritis. Then he says, Aham iham nande, Aham iha nandam vande. I worship Nanda Maharaj. Yasyalinde param brahma. In whose courtyard the supreme absolute truth is there, is crawling, is playing. As far as I am concerned, I worship Krishna's father. So those who are afraid, so Raghupati Upadhyaya recited, those who are afraid of material existence worship the Vedic literature. Some worship Smriti, the corollaries to Vedic literature, and others worship the Mahabharata. As far as I am concerned, I worship Krishna's father, Nanda Maharaj, in whose courtyard the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Absolute Truth, is playing. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu liked it very much. आगे कहो प्रभु वाक्य उपाध्याय कहिला, Raghupati Upadhyay Namaskara Koila. When Raghupati Upadhyay was requested by the Lord to recite more, he immediately offered his respects to the Lord and granted his request. Okay. So Mahaprabhu likes to hear all the about all the glories of the associates of Krishna. So he is an abode of kindness, simplicity, and joy. Another senior man of Vrindavan made preparations to worship the demigod Indra. So they were ready to worship Indra. They made many preparations. This is after Diwali, right? After Damodar Leela. They collected many articles, but it may have been different year because Damodar Leela actually happened when Krishna was 3 years, and this happened when Krishna was
7 years.
7 years. So after 4 years after Damodar Leela, then this pastime happened on 7th year after Diwali, and yeah. So they collected many articles. So every year Krishna was allowing, while he was present also, every year they were doing this worship. So until 7th year he did not object. They collected many articles and made elaborate arrangements for a joyous festival. Noticing this, Krishna said to his father, "O honored one, what is the name of the ceremony you are organizing?" Krishna was 7 years old. He didn't understand what is going on. Why so many people are very busy and what are they doing? Which demigod are you trying to please? Who is the Guru instructing you in this yagna with his infallible words? What injunctions and system of worship you are following? Who has told you to do this yagna? Who is the demigod and which Guru has told you and where is this mentioned, this yagna? He is questioning. Why are people running around mechanically in all directions? I do not understand the meaning of it. Of course, since I am only a boy, you may not consider me qualified to comprehend your explanation. Thinking that I am little boy, you may not tell me. But if you think I am eligible, then tell me all the details of this yagna from beginning to end. If, however, you think it is too confidential, then you should still tell. Because one should not keep secret from well wishers. But such details should never be revealed to one's enemies. So I am not outsider, I am your family. So you think I am very young, but I am still your family, you should tell me. After speaking so maturely, Krishna sat next to Vrajraj Nanda on a cloth asan. Nanda Baba lovingly picked up his son, who was like a spotless moon, moving on the earth, and placed him on his lap. Hearing the sweet questions of his son, Nanda affectionately smiled, revealing his attractive white teeth. The soft glow of his face resembled nectar drops of milk. This nectar appeared to be washing and nourishing Nanda's beard. So Nanda Maharaj is a beard, and sometimes Krishna we heard. He sits on the lap and he is touching the beard of Nanda Baba, which was mixed with white and black hair. So he also had some white and black hair. Beaming in a jolly mood, Vrajraj Nanda tactfully described the nature of the sacrifice. So another question may come up that all the associates of Krishna are transcendental, right? They have transcendental body. They are liberated souls. So are they really having a material body and all this white and black hair? But they must be because there's a beard, and so. And then the question may come: well, how can Krishna be hungry? Because he is having a material body, experiences hunger and thirst, or fear, or like that. So how can Krishna be hungry? All these questions come up.
Like in the spiritual world, everybody has a fixed age. Krishna is 14 years and some, or 15 years and some months. Radharani, so Nanda Baba and Yashoda may have fixed age where they're little older because they're elderly.
But then we have different planets with different ages.
Yeah, Krishna is at different ages in different spiritual planets. Whichever pastimes you're attracted to, you're transported to that Golok.
Okay, so it's all inconceivable. And then you are in that planet, you can go to another also because you may want to be in another pastime. So Nanda Maharaj said, said, my dear son. So is this Gordhan Lila happening in the spiritual world? I doubt it because there is no Indra attacking there, right? So whether Gordhan Lila happens in the spiritual world or not, I don't know. There are no attacks, right, from
No,
any
probably not.
like Kalya Lila also they say.
But Kalya comes in the spiritual world. That's in Brihad Bhagavatamrita.
Yeah, everything we'll find out exactly. Yeah, it's there in the scriptures and we'll find out when we go there. Nanda Maharaj said, my dear son, in our family line, we have been observing this Indra Yagna for a long time. We experience prosperity and freedom from disturbances due to its proper performance. That's why they say sometimes Bhauma Vrindavan is has more Leela than in, I don't know, in the Golok Vrindavan because there are demons coming and Krishna is killing and all these other Leelas happen. So,
Yeah. In the spiritual world, that's Ashtakali Leelas, fixed pastimes. But Sanatan Goswami writes in the Brihad Bhagavatam, when Gopakumara goes to spiritual world, what he sees, and he's seeing some demons, but those are just Krishna's creating them to create some uh,
but in
fear.
Ashtakalya Leela, is it mentioned that the
Yeah,
demons are
it's mentioned. Sanatan Goswami says Krishna is dancing with the gopis on the hoods of Kalya. A little different way that he describes that Leela. But some demons come. Krishna wants to create fear in the hearts of the devotees, and then he comes and becomes a hero. And there's all these emotions are there in the spiritual world.
But what about other demons? Only Kalya is there or other demons also
Few
are
other demons are mentioned, not all.
in Ashtakalya Leela?
In Brihad Bhagavatamrita about
But
Sanatana
that should
Goswami,
be
Gopakumara reaching.
but that should be part of Ashtakalya Leela somewhere. If that is happening, and then in that particular
Ashtakali Leela is written by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. I don't think he mentions that, but Sanatan Goswami mentions.
so then how do we fit the Ashtakalya Leela and the demon pastime together? So that's not exhaustive.
Yeah,
Maybe that's not Ashtakalya Leela that is mentioned here.
yeah, yeah. I think
Exhaustive.
it also there are variations in days.
Yeah. So like that, it's so many things are there which to reconcile may not be possible here. Nanda Maharaj said, or maybe some devotees can do. Nanda Maharaj said, my dear son, in our family line, we have been observing this Indra Yagna for a long time. We experience prosperity and freedom from disturbances due to its proper performance. Our only wealth is the cow that live on grass, which needs rain to grow. Rain comes from the clouds that are controlled by the demigod Indra. For all these reasons, I am making a grand festival to please Indra. Every year at this time, we carefully observe the sacrifice, being pleased with our yagna. Indra sends abundant rainfall. The other demigods gladly accept our oblations of ghee and show their gratitude by preserving what we have and providing what we need. The scriptures say that human beings who honor this tradition become glorious and attain the heavenly planets in their next lives. Any man can attain peace of mind by the blessings of the demigods. Those who neglect to worship the demigods, however, cannot get any relief from their problems. So Indra is god of rain, and we need rain because we need crops, grass, cows are eating, and our crops are growing, and everything is dependent on the rain. So we are pleasing Indra. After hearing these bitter words, Krishna smiled mildly to hide his feelings and then refuted Nanda's presentation. Krishna was smiling, but not so much. Krishna's eloquent delivery amazed and pleased the Brajvasis. Indeed, Krishna mesmerized the entire audience with his words. Krishna said, in this regard, your actions are not justified. So he's disagreeing with Nanda Maharaj's arguments. The force of karma causes the birth, maintenance, and destruction of all living entities. It is not the demigods, but it is a person's work that determines his destiny. So, karma mimamsa philosophy. Karma is supreme. A saintly person, therefore, need not worship any demigod. One may beg so many desirable things from the demigods, but the demigods cannot give more than what he is destined by his own pious and impious acts. Only those who cannot control their senses propound that demigods can award more than what one has worked to attain. So rain will come if it is our destiny. Rain will come. You don't have to worship Indra, basically, he's saying. If it's in our destiny, we will get it.
But then karma kand does not, I mean, it does not make sense then. They do worship of the demigods. No, nobody should do anything. Why do we have some vidhi written in the Vedas? You do this and the demigod will. Unless you have karma, you will not get. Then it doesn't make sense, this karma kand section of Vedas.
So you can say, well, this is also karma that you are doing to the demigods. So then it may create a good fortune for you by worshipping the demigods, and um, you may get like a good son or beautiful wife or whatever you are aspiring, because you are doing your karma to the demigod, and demigod may give you. Yeah, but here he is saying,
So that's what this is atheistic. I don't consider anything as supreme. A little higher than this karma mimamsa is karma kand, where I attribute something as a supreme authority and I start worshipping somebody.
but then other way also it is true that we say that as distress comes without your asking, so if it's in your karma to get some material happiness, even if you like, so many people are not worshipping demigods, right? But they are getting their desires fulfilled because it's in their karma. They are getting their, they are getting what? Money and whatever, some things they are desiring. Beautiful house, beautiful spouse, children,
That is according to the karma,
karma
yes.
only. That is, they are getting that. They are not doing any karma kanda activities. So that Krishna is taking that angle here. So you can say that the living entities are inspired to act by the super soul. But this is also false. He's saying, oh, Paramatma is inspiring, but this is false. Because every individual is under the control of his own conditioned nature. In reality, it's the acquired desires and personal nature of a living entity that cause him to act. So he's not saying Paramatma is because Nanda Baba may say, "Oh, I'm being inspired by Paramatma." He says, "No, that is also not true, because it's your conditioned nature. You are acting in a certain way, which
He's
in
saying,
one way,
you are the only doer.
you are the doer. Yeah, you are the
Only
only doer."
doer. You are the only doer.
So in one sense, partially correct, yes, because you are also a doer. You have desires.
But you're not, Bhagavad Gita says, you're not the only doer, right? Material nature, Krishna nature.
Yes, yes. In reality, it's the acquired desires and personal nature of a living entity that cause him to act. Where is the question of the super soul being the supreme controller? Even the Lord himself does not directly perform the activities of creation, maintenance, and destruction. All these actions are conducted by the three modes of material nature, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance. So it says, no, this is all being done automatically by. So it is not a fact that wherever it rains, the cause is worshipping and pleasing Indra, who in turn sends the rain clouds. Yeah, so everywhere it rains, there those people have not done uh, worship to Indra. There is constant rain during the monsoon season, but you cannot say that Indra sends it. Indeed, the monsoon rains bring mental distress and make people weak and thin. So that rain is not the mercy of someone who is pleased. Sometimes Indra is sending more rain than needed, and it causes havoc, floods, and things like that. So, do the seas and mountains worship Indra? Of course not, but they are still full of water. Why does Indra give them so much water? So he's saying, well, other people who are not, this argument is given by the those who don't believe in Krishna like that. They say, "Arey, we are giving, everybody is getting their sustenance. How is God giving? They are not worshipping God, but they are getting their sustenance. So, do the seas and mountains worship Indra? Of course not, but still they are full of water. Why does Indra give them so much water? Impelled by the material mode of passion, the clouds pour rain everywhere, and the rain sustains all creatures. So he's again saying material mode of passion is causing this rain to happen, not Indra. This rain sustains. Therefore, nothing will happen if you don't worship Indra. So Krishna can, to achieve his objective, he can speak any philosophy. I mean, in Bhagavad Gita also is telling Arjuna, first he's telling, oh, you will be dishonored, it will be worse than death and all these things. But then he's saying, oh, you're not, one should be equipoised in honor and dishonor, and you're not the body. So, like that. So, from every way, Krishna, when he tries to convince, then he will convince.
Same as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Hmm.
He'll pick up an argument and convince everybody this is right, and then he will counteract his own argument.
Yeah. So, nobody can defeat the Lord in logical thing and like that. So, So, the Brahmana maintains his life by studying and teaching the Vedas. The Kshatriya by protecting the earth and political activity. The Vaishya by trade and agriculture, and the Shudra by serving the other classes. The occupational duties of Vaishya are conceived of in 4 divisions: farming, commerce, cow protection, and money lending. Of this, our duty is cow protection. So we are Vaishyas, he is identifying himself as Vaishya. Neither in the past nor the present has there been any certainty about having a successful grain harvest in our village. So we don't know how this season will turn out. We never had any solid prediction that there was no surety. Like sometimes in India also they say it's good mango season. It's not such a, but you can't predict. So he's saying that past also it was been like. Therefore this yagna means nothing to us. It is our nature to dwell in the forest and wander in the woods and on the hills. So take our cows and wander in the woods and the hills. Since we never stay in one place, why should we perform the Indra Yagna, which is not based on scriptural injunctions? O Father, you are peaceful and respected by everyone. You should have faith in my words, for they will remove all danger. Now just expertly worship Govardhan Hill with all the ingredients all collected for the Indra Yagna. This great mountain is not only named Govardhan, but it has the ability to increase the health and satisfaction of our cows. Okay, so collect pots full of milk and make first class milk sweets like sweet rice. Cook many tasty foods and fancy cakes. Bring leaf bowls full of ghee, honey, and nectar drinks. Prepare an ocean of yogurt, buttermilk, and fresh butter. Build a mountain of rock candy and cover all directions with an abundance of shikarani rasala. Send messengers to invite the brahmanas, feed them sumptuously until they laugh, and their faces beam with brilliant garlands of their blissful smiles. At that moment, the brahmanas will consider that the heavenly storehouses of nectar are totally insignificant. So they'll be so satisfied eating all these nice preparations, they will feel their heavenly pleasures are insignificant. Call the priests to conduct the fire sacrifice and distribute cows in charity to the brahmanas. Those among you who are simple hearted should try to just feed the brahmanas. You should please everyone by making an annakut, hill of food. Anna is grains, and kuta means hill, I think. And with thick dals, varieties of aromatic vegetables, very palatable sweet cakes surrounded by pools of unlimited sweet rice. Then worship Giri Govardhan with the proper articles such as Padya. After feeding the Brahmanas, you should give food to everyone else, including such fallen souls as dogs and dog eaters. Saturate the directions with sweet music of bheris, resonant conches, tumultuous kettle drums, and various other instruments. How he should worship Govardhan Hill, Krishna is giving. With conch shells and feed the prasadam to everybody. The witty, well-versed brahmanas will start the yagna with perfectly pronounced Mangalacharan mantras. This entire horizon will be surcharged with all these auspicious sounds. According to Shastric injunction, you should circumambulate Giriraj to conclude the worship. So offer everything to Giriraj, then distribute the prasad, have conch shells, have brahmanas recite mantras, and then after at the end you circumambulate. Decorate with priceless jingling or ornaments or jingling ornaments that delight the ears. The men should dress so luxuriously that even the demigods would be astonished. The housewives with their sweet, gentle smiles should also assemble. Invite the male and female artists to dance and sing along with the flutes, veenas, and mridangas. So let there be like singing and music and bring the bullock carts in a procession and dress very nicely, led by scholarly brahmanas who are truly the personified jewels of all auspiciousness. So bullock carts should come. You who has the audacity to challenge even Lord Indra, who lives for millennium, should happily circumambulate Govardhan Hill along with your cows, bulls, and calves. Do not think, how can we have faith that Giriraj will gratify our desires? Soon Giriraj will fulfill all your desires and become famous as second Mahendra. So like Indra, he will be famous. Second Mahendra. He will reward you handsomely and make all your endeavors fruitful. What more can I say? Oh Father, if you want, you can follow my advice and achieve an auspicious result. After hearing Krishna's speech, Nanda Maharaj and the leading men of Vrindavan accepted his proposal. They agreed that this must be done to satisfy their desires. So he agreed, acting as the Acharya. Actually, someplace it says, yeah, let's worship
Mm.
Indra
Yeah.
today. Tomorrow we will do.
Mhm.
And,
Or this later we will do Govardhan Puja.
and Krishna will say, why waste time?
Mhm.
Do it now only. They agreed that this must be done to satisfy their desire. Acting as the Acharya of Yagna, Krishna directed the Vrajvasis to worship Giriraj with all the paraphernalia collected for Indra's worship. This, of course, made Indra extremely angry. Nothing else could be heard in Vrindavan except the auspicious vibration of instrumental music. So celebration was going on, festival was going on. Vedic hymns resounded through the sky. The Vrajvasis felt blissful, and all the living entities entered a jolly mood from the worship of Govardhan. Everybody was feeling very wonderful. Hearing the melodious voice of the ladies, the cuckoos anxiously tried to learn singing from them. So, ladies were singing. Ears attained their purpose by pursuing those auspicious sounds. The cows were adorned with gold plated horns, colorful silk cloths. On their backs, pearl necklaces and tinkling bells hanging from their necks. Seeing their mothers so richly ornamented, the cows jumped excitedly. The cows were excited. Their mothers were decorated. Nanda Maharaj brought the necessary articles from his house to worship Govardhan Hill. He initiated the puja by respectfully offering padya to wash Giriraj's feet. In an ebullient mood, he made the Annakut hill complete with powerful peaks that delighted all in attendance. The peak rising out of the middle of the hill looked like a crown made of white camphor. The multicolored cakes stuck on the sides of the Annakut hill looked like stones and boulders. At the base of the hill there were clay pots full of milk, yogurt, and sweet rice. There were also colorful sabjis, lakes of dal, very fragrant soups. So there was a hill, and at the bottom of the hill there were cakes and all this. Due to its covering of ghee, the Annakut mountain looked like golden Mount Kailash. So ghee, little bit yellow in color, shimmering under a cover of rain. Different kinds of fruits and flowers decorated its edges. When Nanda Maharaj saw the opulence of Annakut spreading its sweet aroma of cloves, camphor, and cardamom in all directions, he felt this was the fitting honor to Sri Giriraj, the king of all mountains. Sri Hari smiled upon seeing this amazing Annakut rivaling the peak of Mount Sumeru. Suddenly, the playful, fun loving, indomitable Krishna assumed a huge, unprecedented form and stood on top of Govardhan Hill. So, Krishna went on the top of Govardhan Hill. Or sometimes it says the Govardhan Hill assumed the form of Krishna. He did this to anger Indra and instill the faith in the cowherd man. So after everything was offered, then Giriraj assumed the form, or Krishna stood on top of Govardhan hill. Observing this powerful form, glowing like a thousand suns, Krishna, who remained among the cowherd men in his original human-like form. So Krishna was there with the cowherd men and also on Giriraj. So there's a look. By using all the paraphernalia to exclusively worship Govardhan hill with pure love, you have received his favor. So Krishna is saying, look, see, Govardhan is pleased with our offering.
Did he use one of the argument was, have you seen Indra? Has he ever appeared before you? Here Krishna is appearing as Govardhan, like manifest form.
Yes. So Govardhan, so that is also. The Govardhan, the best of all mountains, has now manifested before you as brilliantly effulgent person. Please look closely. The huge mouth of this expanded form of Giriraj resembles a deep cave. Through his mouth, though his mouth is massive, his face looks as beautiful as the full moon. Usually trees serve as his arms, but now he has two beautiful arms adorned with attractive jeweled ornaments. Yeah, they say the grass is the ecstasy, the hair, and the ponds are the waterfalls, are the tears from Govardhan in ecstasy, like that it's described. And he's stunned, so he's standing like he's not moving. He's stunned in ecstasy, and Giriraj is the love of Radha and Krishna, because one time Radharani asked Krishna, "How much do you love me? How much do you love the devotees?" And then at that time, Krishna was showing, okay, I love the devotees so much. Then she asked, "How much do you love me?" And then Krishna put his hand on the heart, say, "I love you very much." And then what happened? A light came out from his heart, and that light became so effulgent, and it increased in size, and it became like a huge uh, glow. And that glow actually took the form of Govardhan. That's how I heard. So, so Govardhan is nothing but the love of Radha and Krishna. And Govardhan is actually combining Radha and Krishna. And so Raghunath Das Goswami wants a residence near. So he can see the pastimes of Radha and Krishna going at Govardhan. So usually hard rocks cover his body, but now he has assumed a tender, sweet form. Look at how that beautiful body walks over the other non-moving form. Moreover, this non-moving form is sitting like a seat made of costly emeralds, but it appears like a huge chest of the moving one. So that is a non-moving form, which is Krishna's form, glittering like a row of rubies. His teeth look like the crown of the non-moving form. The saffron hue of the minerals of the non-moving form gives an attractive hue to the lips of moving one. Okay, so these are all describing both Krishna and the people of Vrindavan bowed down to this personified form. So he is acting also like a hungry person, extending his arms bedecked with jeweled bangles. So he is grabbing all the food. Just see how this hill has appeared in person to fulfill your desires. Now offer respects to him. So they are all bowing down. Krishna is telling you, bow down to this form. And they are all bowing down. Both Krishna and the people of Vrindavan bowed down to this personified form of Govardhan hill. In effect, Krishna actually offered obeisances to himself. So, when the cowherd men, their wives, and the leading men of Vrindavan saw that the form shining like the sun, they raised their folded hands above their heads and said, Namo, Namo, Namo. Being overwhelmed in affection, they danced around ecstatically. By joyfully worshipping Govardhan hill, the Vrajvasis realized that Govardhan is a person. Music from temples wherein different demigods were being worshipped and resounded in all directions. From all sides, intoxicated dancers performed blissfully. The heavenly kinnaras joined in with euphoric dancing. Okay, so Govardhan caused the entire atmosphere to abound in happiness. Govardhan hill affectionately accepted the faithful worship of Nanda Maharaj by manifesting a personal form. So at 8 o'clock we'll read Ishopanishad. Anyone who simply hears and chants about the glories of Giri Govardhan, which are inconceivable to ordinary people, will be delivered from all calamities. It's Falshruti. Vrajraj Nanda, the father of the subduer of demons, concluded the propitious worship of Giriraj by sumptuously feeding the Brahmanas. and everyone else down to the dogs. He handsomely rewarded the singers and dancers. Everyone attending the festival received precious gems and divinely opulent garments. So everybody was given gifts, sumptuous prasadam. Their hearts full of joy, the Vrajvasis talked excitedly among themselves as they did parikrama of Govardhan Hill. Skilled musicians led the way, playing the finest instrumental music. The languid, muffled tones of berries, dhapas, and kettle drums softened the atmosphere with their. So everybody was in a festive mood. They were circumambulating. Some musicians there came. Hari, who removes all obstacles. And they all sang. The gopis were sitting in their bullock carts and they were singing their about Krishna's pastimes, about their intimate pastimes. Hari, who removes all obstacles, laughed and joked with his cowherd boyfriends as he circumambulated Govardhan Hill. Eternally bound to him in faith, Krishna's friends remained fearless and free from all anxieties. Wearing a sweet smelling flower garland across his broad chest, Nanda Maharaj walked just behind the boys. He was smiling in great satisfaction and accompanied by the leading men of Vrindavan. In accordance to scriptural injunctions, they gave charity to Brahmanas at different places while going around Giriraj. It is impossible to find a suitable container to hold the unlimited bliss that the Vrajvasis felt during their parikrama of Giriraj. They were having a festival and they were very happy. Okay, so this is all description how different musical instruments were sounding. Soon they arrived on the banks of Yamuna, being the glorious day of Bratri Dvitiya Tithi, which is that is by beach, we say in Gujarati. Being the glorious day of Bratri Dvitiya Tithi, which is very dear to both Yamuna and her brother Yamraj, they decided to take an auspicious bath. Yamuna and Yamraj are brother and sisters, and Yamuna was feeling very compassion. So she said, anybody who comes to Yamuna and takes a bath right on this tithi will not be disturbed by Yamraj. Of course, anytime you can. Yamuna is always potent. Is the this Bratri Dvitiya Tithi is the day when sisters pray for the prosperity of their brothers. Sunanda, the intelligent, well-behaved daughter of Upananda, invited her cousin brother Damodar Krishna, who is always jubilant and victorious, to celebrate the festival. Damodar, who delights all moving and non-moving creatures, gladly accepted the sincere request of Sunanda. So Upananda, Nanda and all this, they were brothers. So Sunanda was the daughter of Upananda and Nanda Maharaj's son was Krishna. So they were cousins. So then she invited and Krishna accepted. His heart overflowed with the loving feelings for that dear sister. She affectionately served many types of delicious drinks and tasty cakes to Krishna and his friends. Haldar and all the boys enjoyed the excellent food, while Madhumangal, the skillful jester, joker, entertained the enchanter of the world with his funny jokes and antics. So that was going on. Baddu quipped, alas, alas, O dear friend, killer of the other demon. Why didn't the foolish creator make every tithi as Bratri Dvitiya Tithi? Because he was getting also some food to eat. He's feeling very happy. Okay, so we will continue from here. The way to bookmark. So we'll read Ishopnishad for about an hour. The second verse of the Ishopnishad. What did the previous verse say? Before that, I have to put it on YouTube. So, in 2020.
Mechanicalness.
So we are reading all the purports from Ishopanishad. It's not a big book. So just, I think it's mantra one. Mantra one we did, mantra two. So the two invocation mantra and the first mantra, Om Purnamada Purnamidam, that and then this other mantra, Ishavashyamidam Sarvam, that we are supposed to memorize. So mantra two. Kurvan evaha karmani जिजीविषेच्छत्तं समः एवं त्वयि नान्यथेतोऽस्ति न कर्म लिप्यते नरे. Kurvan, doing continuously, eva, thus, iha, during the span of life, karmani, work, jijivishet, one should desire to live, shatam, 100, samaha, years, evam, so living, tvai,